This is my life now, isn't it? Okay. Hey folks, so today I'm going to be showing off one of the Kamen Rider figures that I got a little bit ago. Now, I also have some new ones that I really need to open, but I figured it can sit for a sec. I mean, I already got others in front of it, so why not? No, why not? So, today I'm going to be focusing on one that came with a lot of baggage onto the purposes. So, as you are aware, I like the season Kamen Rider Zero One. Though the movies that came out after, those were kind of a mixed bag. Don't get me wrong. The first movie that came out, Reiwa First Generations, I loved it to death. The second one, which was supposed to be like how the series ended, because COVID did not do any favors to anybody. This series came out during the time COVID was like, well, it came out before COVID, but when COVID hit, it made the whole show just like get redone at the last few episodes, and the last arc was kind of weird. So because of that, how they capped off the series, we had Kamen Rider Zero One Real Time. Then we had the duology, which was Kamen Rider Others, which focused on the secondary characters. Usually when it comes to like Kamen Rider movies, when it comes to V cinema movies, like I was saying a little bit ago, they focus on the other characters, sometimes not always the main character that happened in the show, because during the show, they had their time. They had their time to shine. This is basically not just an epilogue, but what everybody was doing after. So, spoiler warning, by the way, cannot stress that enough, because there's a lot of heavy story stuff in this. If you're interested, cool. If not, I suggest you go watch those movies first. If you've already seen the series, try to finish those, or at least so that way you'll understand where I'm coming from, because I'm going to be dropping a lot of knowledge about the stories. So, Zero One Others takes place immediately, almost like I want to say weeks after Real Time, where we're introduced to someone who claims to be the real reason why a lot of the stuff in the plot happened. It mainly revolves around, like I said, since it was two movies, they split it up as we're going to be taking care of the main other characters outside of it. The first one, which was Kamen Rider Zero One Others, Metsubo Jinrai, it talks about the four anti-heroes that were predominant in the series, because they were originally the terrorist organization Metsubo Jinrai. So we had the four members: Hirobi, Jin, his son, then of course Raiden and Naki. All four of them were very pivotal to the story of the show. Although I feel like Raiden didn't really get that much screen time, because he was unfortunately destroyed. They all got blown up at some point in time, but since they're all machines, they came back. Well, all four of them came back multiple times. So it starts off where we find out that the Ark, the satellite that was used originally to help monitor and maintain the human gears, which are the androids, were supposed to actually keep every human gear intact. However, due to plot reasons, things went south. And then they found out that the Ark, after it was resurrected, it could do some very horrible things. Like I said, plot reason why it came down to it, where all four members of Metsubo Jinrai had to literally come together into one being to stop the bad guy. But in the process, they lost themselves and ended up becoming the new threat upon the city. Where part two happens, Kamen Rider Vulcan and Valkyrie, this movie pertains to them. During the movie, Valkyrie is the first one to try to fight them, because they both fought them at the exact same time. But when it came down to solo fights, Valkyrie, she got hurt and she got washed, unfortunately. But it set it up for Vulcan to take the fall and destroy Metsubo Jinrai. But in the process, things went and took a huge turn where he ends up dying at the end of the movie because of the fight. And it put a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths for the movie. However, it was still a really good movie, and I honestly say if you get a chance to, please go watch them. But yes, this is Fua, his final form as Kamen Rider Lone Wolf. Well, Vulcan Lone Wolf. It's a really dope figure, and I wanted to show it off a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? As well as get the other side too, just in case. There we go. So, normally when he transforms, he uses, for his morpher, which is a shot riser, it's a gun morpher. However, because plot reasons, it was destroyed. So, in this one, in the end of the movie, he was given another morpher, which is the 01 driver. Go ahead and get into this figure, shall we? I've already removed a lot of the plastic earlier on it, especially around the waist and stuff like that. Now, the only thing I don't like exactly about the figure itself is it's a little stiff in certain spots, especially the joints of the torso. Hold on, let me try something real quick because I think I know why it's like this. Okay, because the last time I had like plastic in it, so yeah, that might be the case or might not. I don't know exactly, but yeah. Like I said, like most Sh Figuart figures, he has a lot of articulation and joints for days, so it's very posable for certain spots. And just like most of the other figures, he has interchangeable fists as well too, so those can come off. Originally, this suit was actually from Kamen Rider Ichigata from the Reiwa First Generation movie. It was more like a darker, or like a lighter blue, almost like a teal, because they were trying to basically say it's Kamen Rider Ichigo with 01 custom armor. At least that's the idea that I got. But yeah, so, but here you can see like the darker blue. It pops, you know. Now imagine seeing it on camera in action. So yeah, this suit is essentially Vulcan's literal final form, because like I said, unfortunately at the end of the movie he sacrificed himself in order to stop his former friends. So it's really sad, but I still love the suit, and it even has like the little scarf-like parts where Ichigata, when he cranks up his powers, it looks like an ethereal scarf. This one was interesting. So how 01 works, basically everyone like morphs with like a specific driver and a progress key. His is technically not his original progress key. I'm just gonna take it out. Go on. This is the Dire Wolf key with the assault grip, and it's, I think another reason why I don't like pulling this thing out that much is because, all intents and purposes, it's small, and if I lose it, it's wraps. I'm going to be happy. No one's going to be happy around me. But yeah, the detail for this figure is like really spot on. I mean, look at the 01 driver itself too. It's really dope, you know? But I'm just going to put that back in there before I lose it. Come on. Good plan. There we go. So yeah, all intents and purposes, this is Fua's final form. And if I can, I know I was planning on getting some more 01 figures down the road. So if I can get a hold of the Valkyrie Serval Tiger form, then I will try to show it off. But yeah, this one actually hurt, like I said. So if you can, try to go see the movie. It's accessible, trust me, it is accessible. I like the figure. I just don't like how it can be stiff in certain spots. But like I said, it has multiple hands. I'm not gonna pop these off, so yeah. But yeah, I already know exactly who I'm gonna do next, or should I say who, like, well, not who per se, but what they're going to be next, because I'm going to do a twofer. There's a reason why. But yeah, you guys have a good one. Hey, thanks again for sticking around all the way to the end of the video. It really does help. If you want updates on future videos and stuff like that, links down in my description where it tells you about my Twitter as well as my Discord. If you want to see anything else from me, here's a playlist of the most recent series that I finished, and this right here is the most recent video that I've done too. Take care.